Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Golden Goal Show. Welcome to Season 5, Episode 27, here on a lovely day after some beautiful weekend of football. I can say weekend of football because there's been Jack Rabbit nothing this past week because we are going into the international break. Everybody loves that, and we don't love that actually. We're all crying in our car like Ronaldo, I think. So, yes. But everybody, welcome watching on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, TikTok, Instagram Reels, and everywhere else. You can watch us on the billboard in Las Vegas because Viva Las Vegas, baby! I'm sorry. I'm a little bit crazy. But everybody, welcome watching the show. Let me first introduce you to my guests on the show today. First, it is a fan of Atletico Madrid. His name is Paulinho. How are you, mate?
I'm good. How are you, host?
I am so. I am so. That's a German word for so. Crazy. Okay, introducing another guest on the show. He is indeed a fan of the Mannschaft. Actually, that is true. But he's a fan of Bayern München. Mr. Typical German guy. How are you, mate? Wie geht's dir?
Hi, ich bin gut und ich bin müde.
I am good and I am tired, and me? I am okay, yeah. Paulinho, your favorite international team? I never really asked that. I know Wilhelm's is
Netherlands.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Netherlands, nice. Okay, fine. Fair enough. All right, well, lovely stuff. Let us now get into the first segment of the show, which is indeed the breaking news of the top football news that has happened this past week. So yes, the first breaking news is indeed about this lovely little thing I actually wanted to do, and I didn't even paste it first. So I'm gonna just pretend I'm pasting this right here. Who is this man right here? You never know who he is. It's crazy. This is very crazy. I'm doing a show editing right now in the show. Isn't that fantastical? But yes, the first breaking news is indeed about Alexander Isak. No gamble. Liverpool urged to raid Newcastle for Alexander Isak, even if Mohamed Salah stays. So yes, that's the view of former Liverpool striker Robbie Fowler. Uncertainty looms over Salah's future with his contract expiring this summer, and he has done little to suggest that he will be at Anfield next season. Whether Salah stays or goes, Fowler believes Liverpool should enhance their option in attacking. And he said this in the interview: "It's not just Mo Salah leaves the club. Even if Mo stays, I think they should go and get the players anyway." And he also said this: "You look at the great Manchester United team of the past, and when they were winning honors under Sir Alex Ferguson, it was maybe one player who was coming in and just giving everybody that little lift." And yes, he suggested that Alexander Isak would possibly be that lift. But in new news, Alexander Isak's new market price is over £150 million. And I don't know if Liverpool would fork over that much. I mean, they're not known for spending gigantically amount. That's a word. That's a great word. Amount of prices in that, but still, it could be something good for Liverpool. But they've got Darwin Núñez, who's still. God, I want him to be. I don't want him to be good, but I want him to be good because he's got everything besides the finishing. So yeah, it is what it is. Okay, Mr. Paulinho, 1 or 2 words about Alexander Isak possibly going to Liverpool. What a nice Liverpool.
I mean, they'd finally get like an actual striker.
Yep, it's sad but true. Mr. Typical German guy, what about you? 1 or 2 words about Mr. Alexander Isak possibly going to Liverpool.
I mean, Paulinho summarized it beautifully. They need a real striker. They're missing a true number 9. At least the one that can finish.
It's true. Maybe they need to get speed. He's a good striker. Okay, stop. All right, on to the next breaking news. So, the next breaking news is indeed about Leicester City and Ruud van Nistelrooy. Ruud van Nistelrooy sets an unwanted all-time Premier League record as Leicester sink to embarrassing new low. Oof. So the Foxes were dispatched 3-0 at the King Power Stadium on Sunday. They now find themselves 9 points from safety with the same number of matches remaining. Goals from Rasmus Højlund, Alejandro Garnacho, and Bruno Fernandes secured the 3-0 victory for Manchester United. The defeat means Leicester have now won just one of the last 14 league matches, losing 12 of them. The sole victory came away at Tottenham back in January. They have lost 7 home league matches in a row without scoring since, and Ruud van Nistelrooy's side are now, in fact, the first English top flight history to manage that unwanted feat. So yes, Leicester has lost 7 home games in a row without scoring. That's mad. I know, it's funny. Ruud van Nistelrooy, like, he was once Erik ten Hag was fired, he was the interim manager at Manchester United, and he was doing decent for them. He actually, like, they were wanting to keep him, but I guess someone else came in. Ruben Amorim came in, but he was doing decent for Manchester United. So yeah, it's such a shame. It's a shame. I mean, I get it. This happens a lot with legends of football, like Frank Lampard. It's another situation he came into. Chelsea not doing the best in his first stint, and yeah, he got sacked. But yeah, just given time. I think he should just go away to another league. Possibly he'll do better in the championship when Leicester get relegated. So you never know. Okay, Mr. Paulinho, 1 or 2 words about this lovely Leicester record. That's not that nice, actually. It's not lovely. It's not bubbly. It's not crumbly. Crumbly's nice, actually.
Can you come back to me?
Got it. Coming back. Okay, Mr. Typical Streamer Guy, 1 or 2 words about this lovely Leicester record of doom.
Truthfully, not that surprising. Too much inconsistencies in the coaching staff and too much inconsistencies in the lineup as well.
Love it. Like that. Fair enough. Mr. Paulinho, back to you now. I know you thought long and hard and soft. What did you think?
I've thought long and hard and decided to describe it as disappointing.
Oh, got it. Thank you, mate. Thank you, mate. All right. Well, sad times for Leicester. On to the next breaking news. So, the next breaking news, and I'm sure we're all going to be a little giddy about this one. It's about Newcastle. So, Newcastle, breaking news. Newcastle fans begin party after generational win as fans in tears and Eddie Howe poignantly remembers the passing of his mother. Okay, that's not the caption I really wanted to read, but it's still a very nice, touching message. So, Newcastle captain Bruno Guimaraes couldn't have put it any better in his tearful message to Toon Army, both at Wembley Stadium and back in the Northeast as they celebrated the historic Carabao Cup win. That's the energy drink cup. So yes, a 2-1 victory over Liverpool sees Newcastle finally end the wait for a domestic trophy, a barren run that lasted 70 years with their previous triumph in the FA Cup in 1955. So in the black and white half of Wembley, there wasn't a dry eye, with players as well as fans lucky enough to obtain tickets for the generational triumph overcome with emotion. And this is what Bruno Guimaraes said. When I first came here, I said I wanted to put my name in history. We can now say we are champions again. This is one of the best days of my life. I don't have any words. It's the best day of my life. For them fans, it's like the World Cup. People have grown up and not seen us champions. My first year as captain of this club, and it's one of the best days. This is unbelievable. This is my second home. We are making history. Someday when I leave this club, I want fans to sing my name the way they do for Shearer. He texted me before the game. I'm so emotional today. Meanwhile, Eddie Howe, now a Newcastle legend, and Shirley adopted Geordie, was feeling similarly emotional as well too. And he said this, naturally, you end up thinking of the players, the staff, but also the people who aren't with you. Like for me, my mom, my family members. You go to them just to thank for all those sacrifices and thank them. Hard work they gave to you as a child and give you the opportunity to have a good life, really. And yeah, honestly, I was watching this match as well too, and I can level with the Geordies as well and say congratulations to Newcastle. Very well deserved. They put their backs into this, like Nicki Minaj puts her back into Anaconda. And yes, it was absolutely great for them. So happy for them. And Eddie Howe as well. He is the, I think, first English manager to, not first English manager, but he has won a trophy. There's no English manager that has won a trophy in England since in the top flight league, I guess, Premier League, since I think the early 2000s or maybe it was 2015. But yeah, interesting stuff. I mean, congratulations to them, honestly. Okay, Paulinho, 1 or 2 words about the Newcastle win.
Yeah, I think it's that no Premier League or no English manager has won the Premier League since the Premier League started.
Yep.
And I think that it got created in 1992 or something like that.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean the Cubs won 108 years, so at least they're not as bad as them. That's exciting. As a
Nice.
Sox fan.
Damn, sad. Okay.
Happy times for them though.
It is happy times for them. We're happy for them. Another black and white team that's doing well. Not Sox, though. Sorry. Okay. Typical Jammer guy. 1 or 2 words about this lovely Newcastle win.
I think if I was to summarize it in a single word, it'd just be historic. Because
Yes.
we don't really see a lot of different clubs winning the silverware these days. So, and keep in mind, Newcastle was a powerhouse really not that long ago, and like 10, 15 years ago, they were
Mhm.
regularly competing for those top 4 spots. So, good for them, good for football, and good for Newcastle.
Fair. Nice to see some diversity, at least with trophy wins. So, hey, we're happy about it. All right, on to the next breaking news. So, the next breaking news is indeed about Sergio Ramos. Sergio Ramos jokes after getting his 30th red card of his career for booting an opponent. Oh my God. So, the 38-year-old started for Mexican side Monterrey. No, it's Monterrey, as they cruised to a 3-1 victory over Pumas on the Unan in Liga MX's clash on Monday. Ramos didn't finish the match, however. Ramos' former Real Madrid teammate Sergio Canales opened the scoring for Monterrey in the 49th minute from the penalty spot, and then Iker Fimbres and German Williams' second half strikes put the Monterrey in cruise control. But there would be a final twist, and minutes after Guillermo Martinez Ayala scored, big goals here. Consolation for Pumas from the spot. Ramos hit the headlines for all the wrong reasons. So Martinez looked to skip by the World Cup winner on the right side, only for Ramos to poke the ball out of play. However, Ramos decided to give Martinez a shove before attempting to kick him from behind, following his tackle. Oh my God, Ramos. And then, yes, he did a red card for that. And I mean, it's funny. It's Ramos addressed the incident as well, said this after. Very important to win away from home against a difficult team. Time to reset and prepare for what's next. P.S. It was obvious I couldn't leave the league without a red card. Plus 3 points and onward. Oh, what a shithousery, mate. What a shithousery. Love that. Love that. Okay. Paulinho, 1 or 2 words about, I'm sure you really like this Madrid player, but almost getting his 30th red card.
Well, congrats to him on that. He was showing his age. You can tell because in his heyday, like 10 years ago, he would have kicked him a lot harder.
It's true. He would have taken off his right cheek. Okay. This is a typical German guy. 1 or 2 words about this kid of a man.
Classic Ramos. Classic.
Yes. Very classic. Classic football shirts. All right. Lovely stuff. That was indeed the Sergio Ramos news. On to the next breaking news. So yes, this looks like a very bad picture, but it is indeed a nice picture of the Manchester City player Abdul Kusunov. And yes, breaking news: Man City star gifted an £135,000 luxury item immediately after arriving for international duty. So the Manchester City defender made history earlier this year by becoming the first Uzbek player to sign for the Premier League following his £33 million move to the Etihad Stadium from Lens in France. So Kusunov wrote his name into the record books when he made his debut against Chelsea, even though he scored an own goal, making him the first ever player from his nation to play in English top flight. And it's fair to say the 21-year-old is making everyone back home proud, with the star receiving a luxurious reward from his exploits. Footage online has shown that Kusunov has been presented with a sleek Mercedes-Benz G-Class car that's the G-Wagon, I guess, having recently returned to Uzbekistan for the international break. In the video shared on social media, he was embraced by several men. Ooh. Before being handed the keys to a luxury black SUV. And yes, interesting stuff. I don't know. He was given it by the Kazakh football official Ulubek Osonbov as a recognition for neighboring country. Okay, interesting. That's good for them. That's nice. That's nice of him. I mean, he looks like a child, and now he's got a car to match his class. So hey, fair enough. All right, Mr. Polino, one or two words about the Uzbek government just funding the Man City player Kusanov.
Well, why don't the Saudi Arabian government just fund him instead?
It's true.
They already are. He's getting funded by two governments.
Oh, actually, that's a good one because Man City, very funny. We love that. Thank you, mate. Okay, typical German guy. What about you? Kusanov and a nice G-Wagon. Ooh.
I was going to jokingly say, great second sponsor.
Nice. Great second sponsor. Etihad and Uzbek. Love that.
He can be the 116th charge.
Oh my, no, 17th. 17th. I think they already have 116. I thought it was, is it 115 or 116? I don't know.
Well,
I think
regardless of the number, 10 points from Everton.
Actually, you know what? True. Very bad.
So we should multiply. How many? Wait, where would that leave them? Would that leave them like below semi-professional football?
Hopefully.
I think it would drop them down to League One. I'm pretty sure.
Damn. Not even MLS. You go straight to League One.
Well, I'm pretty sure because that's enough points to drop them way below the championship. So.
Oh, you're talking about actual. I thought you were talking about Ligue 1 in France. I was like, oh shit.
No. We're talking about England.
If it's 10 points, right, and they're deducting, what's the maximum amount of points you can get in the? Okay. So
a deduction.
So they would drop like 1,150 points, right?
In theory, yeah.
So that would put them in like, that would put them below the National League.
Ooh.
They would be like literally Sunday League.
Wrexham Part 2.
They would be below Wrexham. They'd be like 5 or 6 leagues below Wrexham.
Yeah.
Hey now, but Pep said that he would stay with them through the whole process. Wink, wink.
I would love. I would see that documentary any day of the day. Oh my god.
So would that mean that we're better?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
15 points from Everton.
I agree. Yeah. Okay, lovely stuff. On to the last breaking news of the show. So the last breaking news is indeed about our GOAT, everybody. And yes, breaking news, Antony hits at a real reason behind his stunning Real Betis form. Ooh. So yes, the Brazilian winger moved to Sevilla in January, joining Real Betis on loan after a disastrous 2.5-year stint at Old Trafford. Having recorded just 12 goals and 5 assists in 96 games since joining Ajax for a massive £81 million fee, Antony dramatically improved his rate of production since leaving. In just 10 games for Betis, the 25-year-old has 4 goals and 4 assists, helping Manuel Pellegrini's side to re-establish their charge for European football. Asked by the club's YouTube channel why he's improved so dramatically, Antony said this as his secret sauce. The sun helps me out a lot. The city is better. I'm happy here. As I said, every day I wake up smiling. I'm going to keep smiling. I'm going to sleep smiling. That's the most important thing for me. And everybody, you know what? I don't think it's enough that I just say it like that. I think I have to say it in a completely different voice. Do you all agree on the show? Can I get a yes? Let me hear a yes. You want to hear the Antony voice? Come on.
Yes.
Okay, I like that. Okay. Okay, got you guys here. It's coming here. Ready?
Hello, everybody. I'm Antony. Do you like me? Of course you like me. I am the man. I'm the best man in the world. So yes, I'm very happy here. The sun helps me out a lot. The city is better. I'm very happy here. As I said, every day I wake up smiling. I'm going to sleep smiling. That's the most important thing for me. Oh,
Yeah. So that's what Anthony said. Crazy that we got a nice little clip from him. So hey, shout out to Anthony. Well, everybody. Actually, sorry. Paulinho, 1 or 2 words about Anthony's form currently in La Liga. I know you're a Mr. La Liga man. What would you think about this?
He's been pretty good. I mean, he got more goal contributions in the first year, but he's still playing well.
Yeah, fair. Typical German guy. 1 or 2 words about your absolute goat at the moment.
I think we can all agree that United was clearly the problem.
Some people would disagree, but most people would. Yeah, okay.
No,
You're
we're all united in that.
We are. Oh, that's cute. Look at that. Unite. Okay, sorry. Well, everybody, that was indeed the breaking news. And let's now go on to the next segment of the show where we talk about the top 5 segments of. No, what the hell did I just say? We talk about the top 5 leagues in Europe. The first league we're going to get into is indeed the Premier League, or the English League in England. Crazy. So yes, first place is indeed, at the moment, Liverpool. Second place is Arsenal. Third place is Nottingham Forest. Fourth place is Chelsea. Fifth place is Manchester City. And sixth place is Newcastle. They just won the Carabao Cup. Shout out to them. Down the table, 18th place is indeed Ipswich Town. Ed Sheeran, I am sad. 19th place is Leicester City. And 20th place is Southampton, with the Saints going down. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. All right, the top goal scorers for the Premier League at the moment is indeed first, Mohamed Salah, with 27 goals for Liverpool. Oh my God, what a nice man. Second is Erling Haaland with 21 goals for Manchester City, the Norwegian man. And third is Alexander Isak, the 19 goals for Newcastle, the Swedish man. So yes, lovely stuff from them. All right, going on to the league, matchday 29. Let's get into it. So yes, first was indeed Everton and West Ham, and yes, that was a nice noise. Yes, West Ham scored first, but in the little bits of the game, Everton equalized with a nice ball in the box with a header, to make it a lovely 1-1, a tie in the last second of the game. Disappointing for West Ham, but good for Everton. Crucial point. Actually, they're both at 15-16 at the moment, so shocking. All right, next match was Southampton and Wolves. 1-2 for Wolves winning. And yeah, Wolves on a decent stint at the moment, but could say decent. They could be better. They're in 17th place right now, but yeah, 2-1 for them. Next match, Ipswich Town and Nottingham Forest. Yeah, Nottingham Forest completely swiped the floor with Ipswich Town. It was 4-2 for Nottingham Forest, and yes, Ipswich Town came back with 2 goals, but Forest is just absolutely just a force you don't want to be reckoned with. Next match, Man City and Brighton. This was actually a decent match if you want to go watch some good highlights. 2-2 here. Yeah, Brighton, they did well. They have been doing well. 7th place for them at the moment. But yes, Man City, again, slipping with points in. They're currently in 5th place. But yeah, 2-2. Next match, Bournemouth and Brentford. 1-2 for Brentford. And yeah, decent result for Brentford. And yeah, they did get that win, and they're currently at 11th place. Bournemouth, again, they are a good team right now, but form slipping a little bit. But yeah, Brentford, good for them. Next match, it was the North London Derby. Arsenal versus Chelsea. 1-0 for Arsenal. And yes, this match was a bit of a snooze fest. I hate to say it. I mean, at least from the Chelsea side's perspective, it was a sad kind of watch for them as well too. Both teams had the chances to make more of the goals, but Gerard Moreno scored for Arsenal, making it 1-0 for them, and it was a lousy goal with poor defending. I mean, no surprises there from Chelsea, but yeah, both sides decent, and yeah, Arsenal just, I would say, keeping up with the title chase, but it's kind of done and dusted. All right, next match was Fulham and Tottenham, another London derby, but it was 2-0 for Fulham when they played at Cottage Road. And yeah, good for them with the win, and decent, currently in 8th place Fulham. Tottenham, not the best result. That was not the best. Next match, Leicester City and Manchester United. 0-3 for Manchester United beating Leicester. And yes, Leicester's form has been absolutely tragic. At the moment, we talked about it. It's been sad. And yes, goals from Rasmus Højlund since December. He hasn't scored a goal, but yes, good for him finding a goal in him. And then as well, Garnacho and yeah, Bruno Fernandes as well. He's saving Manchester United at so many things. But yeah, shout out to them. All right. Anybody want to say anything about the Premier League? And if not, you can go ahead and say who is your favorite. I guess I can say who is your who's a legend you see in the Premier League that you would say that you look up to in your playing style. I could say that. Paulinho, who is like a legend in the Premier League that I guess in your position currently right now you would say you would look up to in the past. I know it's a difficult question, but
maybe Rooney.
okay, Rooney. Nice. I like that. Okay, Mr. Typical German guy. What about you, mate? Premier League legends?
I was going to comment on the fact that there needs to be an extensive study of Man City's downfall this season and what in the world happened. I mean, obviously the Rodri injury was a factor in everything, but just their form has just been so atrocious. I mean, in every single aspect, whether it's been EPL, UCL, whatever. So
I feel like it's just all more reason to justify why Rodri got the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah,
it's true.
I agree because I mean he clearly was an important enough centerpiece for that treble-winning team that without him, for the latter half of the season they've been complete trash. So
sad but true.
If I had to choose a legend from the Premier League, I'm not even going to lie to you. That's very difficult, but honestly, probably this is going to sound funny coming from me, but it kind of makes sense, I suppose. Antony.
Eric Eric who?
Cantona.
Oh, Cantona. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, he's a short-tempered player who works hard but is also skillful. Reminds me of myself.
That's fantastic. We love that. Humble bragging. Fair enough. Okay. Lovely stuff. All right. Well, everybody, that was indeed the Premier League. Let us now move on.
I would say probably.
Yeah, go ahead.
For a player, I'd play more like similar in style to him, maybe more like Gerrard.
Oh, Steven Gerrard.
I feel like I do a lot of longer passes, and most of my shots are from farther away.
And you slip?
And I slip, yeah.
Love that.
And I run around a lot.
Okay.
Nice. This chicken, mate.
Oh, chicken. But yes, it's funny because during the match for Newcastle and Liverpool, the Carabao Cup final at Wembley, I was hearing the Newcastle fans singing that one Chelsea chanting, the Steven Gerrard chants, like, Steven Gerrard, he slipped on his fucking ash. He gave it to them, Baba. Steven Gerrard. Yeah, it was a great cheer, and I love that chant. All right, lovely stuff. On to the next league in the show, which is indeed the La Liga, which is indeed the Spanish league in Spain. Can't you believe that? First place currently in La Liga is indeed Barcelona. Ooh. Second place is Real Madrid. Third place is Atletico Madrid. Fourth place is Athletic Club. Fifth place is Villarreal. And sixth place is Real Betis with the good Antony. 18th place down the table is indeed Leganes. 19th place is Las Palmas. And 20th place is Valladolid. Oof, they're going down. All right, the top goal scorers for La Liga at the moment is indeed first Robert Lewandowski. With 22 goals for Barcelona. Great for him. Second is Kylian Mbappe with 20 goals for Real Madrid. Third is Ante Budimir with 15 goals for Osasuna. Good for him. Great player. Match day 28, let's get into it. So yes, first match was indeed Las Palmas and Alaves 2-2. Ooh, not the best result for Alaves, but Las Palmas, crucial. Next match, Valladolid and Celta Vigo. 0-1 for Celta Vigo, winning away. And yes, decent result for Celta Vigo, currently 8th place. Next match, Mallorca Espanyol. 2-1 for Mallorca, winning at home and pushing them to 7th place. Not too shabby for Mallorca. Next match, Villarreal and Real Madrid. Ooh, cheeky game. 1-2 for Real Madrid, winning away in Villarreal. And yes, Real Madrid currently in second place and with 60 points, tied with Barcelona. Next match, Girona and Valencia, 1-1. And yeah, not much happening, but we move. Next match, Leganes and Real Betis. Ooh, what a game, and what a game for the goatee. 2-3 for Real Betis, winning away Real Betis. So, yeah, good for them. Antony did score and did assist. That is the GOAT. That is the man. That is the wife of football. I don't know. But yes, Real Betis currently in sixth place. Next match, Sevilla and Athletic Club. 0-1 for Athletic Club. Currently in fourth place. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Yeah, good one for them. Next match, Osuna and Getafe. 1-2 for Getafe. And a red card for Getafe being naughty, spanky wanky. Okay, that was weird. 11th place for Getafe currently. Next match, Real Vallecano and Real Sociedad. 2-2, a draw right there. Not the best result for both teams, but it's a point. They'll take it. And then the next match, which is indeed a great match. I don't know, for most people it's terrible. Most people it's great. Atletico Madrid and Barcelona. Oof, what a match this was indeed. 2-4 for Barcelona, winning away in Madrid. And yes, oh my God. Okay, well, we're already here. Paulinho, it's been a tough week for you. Atletico Madrid getting knocked out by penalties by Real Madrid, and then losing to Barcelona when they were winning ahead. Can you just please just give me your soul? I mean, sorry, give me your thoughts on this, please. I want to hear your.
I mean, this team's just like completely capitulated over the last week. In this last week, there's a very good chance they've completely thrown away the league, thrown away the Champions League, and all that's left that they're in definite contention for is the Copa del Rey. But given how badly they just performed at home against Barcelona, at least how badly they finished the game after doing really well for most of it, you really have to question whether they're going to get it done this time at home in the cup.
I only hope so. Did anybody else watch any La Liga this past week? I don't know. Pauline, you watched any other things? It's
I watched the Real Betis game back.
Ooh, what'd you think? Antony, he scored.
No, he I thought you said did he score? No, he got like he got the hockey assist for the third goal for the winner.
Oh, I thought he scored.
No, they came back from 2-0 down to 1-3-2. Really good comeback from them. Isco had a good game. Antony obviously had a good game, and then I think Cucho Hernandez was the one that ended up getting them the winner in the end. So good stuff for them, and they're really coming back up into the table now. It looks like they're going to get they're tied with Villarreal now.
Yeah,
Villarreal's a game in hand, but yeah, I think Villarreal is still favorites for the Champions League spot, but Betis is really pushing for it.
Fair. Okay, Mr. Typical German guy, what is your favorite? I know what you're talking about. What's your favorite taco order? What's your favorite taco?
Taco order?
Yeah, this is La Liga.
I mean, but if we're talking about the Spanish league, I'd rather get paella.
Okay. Paella. Okay. I like that. Oh, that's so good. Okay. I'm hungry. All right. That was indeed La Liga. Let's now move on to the next league, which is indeed the Bundesliga. This is the German league in Germany. Crazy. Wow. First place indeed in the Bundesliga is indeed Bayern München. Second place is Bayern Leverkusen. Third is Mainz. Fourth is Eintracht Frankfurt. Fifth is RB Leipzig. Sixth is Freiburg. Down the table, 16th place is Bochum. 17th place is Heidenheim. And 18th place is Holstein Kiel, going down, not in the schnitzels, but in the Budweiser. That's not German. All right, first place is indeed for the. Oh, sorry, yeah, you're right. The top goal scorers for Bundesliga at the moment is indeed first Harry Kane with 21 goals for Bayern München. Second is Patrick Schick with 17 goals for Bayern Leverkusen. And third is finally knocking Omar Mamouche off the table, thank God, is Jonathan Burkhardt with 15 goals for Mainz. And yes, finally, someone does that. All right, match day 26 in the Bundesliga. Let's get into it. So, yes, first is indeed FC St. Pauli versus Hoffenheim. 1-0 for FC St. Pauli. Good win for them. Kind of contention with the relegation, knocking them above. Good for them. Next match is Werder Bremen and Borussia Mönchengladbach 2-4. Oh, what a game it was here for Borussia Mönchengladbach. And yeah, win away for them. Currently 7th place. Next match, Union Berlin and Bayern München 1-1 here. Oh my gosh. We'll talk about that in a second, but not the best result for Bayern München, especially with the title race. Oh. Next match, Mainz and Freiburg 2-2. Not the best result for Mainz after their decent form, but you know what? It's Freiburg. They weren't too shabby as well, too. And a red card for Mainz being naughty. Next match, Augsburg and Wolfsburg 1-0 for Augsburg. And yeah, a good win for them as well, too. So yeah, shout out to Augsburg, currently 9th place. Next match, RB Leipzig and Dortmund. Dortmund dropping again and again when it matters. Not really. 2-0 for RB Leipzig, winning in Leipzig. And yes, currently in 5th place. Not too bad. Dortmund, 11th place. Kind of bad. Next match, Bochum and Eintracht Frankfurt. Did happen to watch this match. 1-3 for Eintracht Frankfurt. This match did look a bit... Yeah, I was about to say skibbity. I just said skibbity. I hate my life so much. But yes, it did look a little scrappy. That's what I meant to say at first. But yes, good win for Frankfurt. They did decent. Next match was Heidenheim and Holstein Kiel. 3-1 for Heidenheim beating Holstein Kiel, just sinking Holstein Kiel even lower in the table. Heidenheim getting some crucial 3 points. Next match, this was such a great match. I can ask myself to Paulinho as well too. This was a great match. Stuttgart and Bayern Leverkusen. Oh my gosh. If you don't know Bayern Leverkusen and you don't know about their luck and don't know about what they stand for, they stand for this types of matches. 3-4 for Bayern Leverkusen winning away in Stuttgart. A win for that. Oh, it was so crucial. So crucial for them. And yeah. Okay. Lovely stuff. Mr. Paulinho, did you happen to see any of the Stuttgart Leverkusen matches? It was
Yeah, I watched from 1-0 down for Leverkusen when they were 1-0 down against Stuttgart. It just didn't seem like they could get anything going in the beginning, but towards the end, they kind of it looked like they did a better job of like having Boniface drop back and help with build up, and then having Schick just be the guy to finish off goals. It was a little bit strange because Boniface was kind of playing the Florian Wirtz role, where he was kind of supporting the striker and dropping back to move the ball around in possession for them. And it's not, and he has good feet, but it's not something you'd usually like associate with him. But he did a really good job of it. And then Schick getting the last minute winner is kind of just what he's been doing the last few years.
Fair. Okay, lovely stuff. Typical Gemini. Anything you want to say about your team?
The fact that they couldn't even beat Union Berlin is extremely concerning, because, you know, if they had closed out results over the last few weeks, they could easily be, 12, 13 points ahead of Leverkusen. But they keep slipping at the most inopportune moments. And I mean, the fact that, it's Bochum last week and now it's Union this week is just, it's really quite alarming. Especially because, I mean, yeah, they're still in contention for Champions League and what's not. But, I mean, how can you expect to win the Champions League if you can't even beat, what in all seriousness are lower quality teams in the domestic league, right? And the reality is I mean, this is kind of what happened last year. When Bayern started slipping, they started throwing points in important matches, and then Leverkusen kept having these last grasp wins, and the next thing you know, Leverkusen was 6 points up, and then they never looked back. So we'll see what happens. But I'm telling you right now, the scientific burden of proof is 2 cases. So if Bayern loses the league to Leverkusen again this year, the second year in a row, we have scientific evidence that the Kane curse is real.
It's true. It's sad but true. I hate to see it, but yeah. Do you really think Leverkusen can come back right now? I mean, they're how many points? They are
It's only a 6 point gap right now.
6 points. Yeah, you're
That's
right.
2 matches. That's 2 matches.
And
And the reality is if you think about it, right? Leverkusen's out of Champions League. Okay. I think they're still in the Pokal, but in other words, they have less obligations than Bayern because the reality is the Pokal is just not as intense as Champions League play, right? So there's a chance that they'll be better rested for the domestic matches, and anything can happen. Of course, I mean it's football, but I mean if Bayern can hopefully snatch a win and then Leverkusen have a loss in the next few weeks to extend that gap, that would be great. But we'll have to see what happens.
yeah, true, sad but true. Okay, well, that was indeed the Bundesliga. I could talk about Frankfurt, but honestly shaky. But hey, fair enough to them. All right, though that was indeed the Bundesliga. Let's now move on to the next league, which is indeed the Serie A, which is indeed the Italian league. It's a me, Italy. All right, first place indeed in Serie A is indeed. I said indeed. It's not sponsored by Indeed, but first place is indeed Inter Milano. Second place is Napoli. Third place is Atalanta. Fourth place is Bologna. Fifth place is Juventus. Sixth place is Lazio. Down the table, 18th place is Empoli. 19th place is Venezia. And 20th place is Monza, going down. Down. The top goal scorers for Serie A at the moment is indeed Matteo Retegui with 22 goals for Atalanta. Second is Moise Kean with 15 goals for Fiorentina. And third is Adamelio Lukman with 13 goals for Atalanta. Match day 29, let's get into it. The first match was Genoa and Lecce. 2-1 for Genoa. Good win for them, pushing them up to a nice 12th place. Next match, Udinese and Verona. 0-1 for Verona. Decent 14th place. Humble. Next match, Monza and Parma. 1-1. Not the best result for either side, but Parma staying out of relegation. Next match was AC Milano and Como. Ooh, AC Milano got out closely with this one. 2-1 in Milan for AC Milano, and a red card for Como being not too spanky wanky. And yes, good win for AC Milano. They finally are picking up the form, currently in 9th place. Not the best, but not the worst. All right, next match was Torino and Empoli. 1-0 for Torino. And yes, good job for Torino winning at Torino, 11th place. Next match, Venezia-Napoli. Oh, this was a crucial points. Easy points for Napoli for a title chase, but dropping 0-0. What a poor performance from Napoli. But Venezia, good stronghold for them. Next match, Bologna and Lazio. 5-0 with Bologna battering. Oh, no bread, no butter, just absolute toasted. Bologna, wow, great for them. 5-0, 4th place currently. Next match, Roma and Cagliari. 1-0 for Roma, winning at Rome. And decent result for them. I mean, expected, but decent result for them. Next match, oh my god. Fiorentina and Juventus. Oh, I know someone that'd be crying right now. 3-0 for Fiorentina, winning in Florence as well too. And yes, Juventus just struggling, I guess, again against a big side. So sad to see, but yes, Juventus did look just self-destructed in this match, and Fiorentina was just on top of them. That's the only thing to say. Next match, a nice title contending match. It was 0-2 for Atalanta and Inter Milano. Inter Milano winning away in Atalanta. And red cards for both sides because they both like the spicy spice in life. And yeah, good result for both, not both teams obviously, but for Inter, currently in first place leading with 3 points. Oof. Yes. Okay. Well, that was indeed the Serie A. Anybody want to say anything about Serie A, or do you want to go ahead and say? You honestly, I'll ask. Who do you think is the best? Yeah, this is actually a good one. The best Serie A midfielder of all time in your perspective. Is that a word? Probably not. What do you think, Mr. Paulinho? Who's your favorite Serie A? And I'm saying like, who's your goat of Italian midfielders?
That I've watched.
I mean, just of all time.
Well, I didn't see him live, but probably Baggio.
Baggio. Okay. Was he a midfielder?
He was like a 10.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Mr. Typical German guy. What about you, mate?
Pirlo.
Italian. Pirlo. Okay, fair. I'm saying Francisco Totti because I love to watch him. So yeah, great player. All right, lovely stuff. That was indeed the Serie A. Moving on to the Ligue 1. Ligue 1. It's a French league. They have French. They have baguettes. It's nice. All right, first place in Ligue 1 currently is indeed PSG. Surprise. Second place is Marseille. Third place is Monaco. Fourth place is Nice. Nice. Fifth place is Lyon. And sixth place is Lille. Down the table, 16th place is L'Alvi. 17th place is Saint-Etienne. And 18th place is Montpellier. And yes, the top goal scorers for Ligue 1 at the moment is indeed first, Ousmane Dembele, with 21 goals for PSG. Shout out to him. Great player. Second is indeed Mason Greenwood, battering, slapping, doing stuff. 15 goals in Marseille. Good for him, smashing it up there. Third place is indeed Jonathan David with 14 goals for Lille. Shout out to the Canadian. All right, match day 26. Let's get into it. First match was Nice and Aliel. It was 1-1. A red card for Nice, being naughty, not nice. But yes, 1-1. Next match was Nantes and Lille. 1-0 for Nantes. And yeah, red card for Nantes being naughty as well too. But they did win, so it's a spicy one. Next match, Angers and Monaco. 0-2 for Monaco, winning away. And yeah, currently in third place, Monaco. Good for them. Next match, Lens and Rennes. 1-0 for Lens. And yeah, good win for them, apparently. And a nice 8th place. Next match, Lyon and L'Alvi. 4-2. A great game here, actually. But Lyon did win 4-2. And yeah, good win for them, currently in a nice 5th place. Next match was indeed Brest and Reims. 0-0. And a red card for Brest, being naughty, not the best type of Brest you like to see. But yes. Yes. Okay, yes. Next match was suspended, but it was 0-2 for Saint-Etienne, so I wonder what happened. I hope everything is okay. Yeah. So yeah, moving on. Strasbourg and Toulouse is the next game, 2-1 for Strasbourg, and a red card for nobody because everybody was so nice. But yes, 2-1 for Strasbourg. Next match, PSG and Marseille. 3-2-1. Actually, that's the actual score, but 3-1 for PSG. And yes, this kind of was the title contending, I'd say, match because, you know, first place was second place. You expect some difficulty, and while PSG did have a goal conceded, they did kind of score 3 goals, and they made it look easy. If anything, I was watching this match too, so sad times, but it is what it is. All right, well, that was indeed Ligue 1, and now we can move on to the next leagues, which is indeed the MLS and Saudi Pro League, where Messi and Ronaldo are currently. Lovely stuff. All right. Well, the MLS currently right now, first place is Inter Miami, Messi and the crew. Lovely stuff for them. Second is Philadelphia Union. Third is Columbus Crew. Fourth is Charlotte FC. Zaha is over there. Shout out to him. The top goal scorers currently for the MLS is indeed Kai Baribo with 6 goals for the Philadelphia Union. Second is shout out to Chicago Fire, Hugo Coopers, whatever. 4 goals for Chicago Fire. And third is Alonso Martinez with 3 goals for New York City. Nice stuff for them. Paulinho, when are we going to go to a Chicago Fire match, mate? It's, we got to go see our man. The guy who's doing so good for Chicago Fire.
Bamba.
Bamba.
We'll go eventually.
They play Inter Miami on March or April 14th.
That'll definitely not be when we go because those tickets are going to be $500 each, unfortunately.
and Messi's not going to go, and everybody's going to cry in the car.
Exactly.
Excuse me.
He's gonna fake go to the game.
He
Yeah.
is going to go. I agree. All right, lovely stuff. All right, on to the Saudi Pro League. And let me go ahead and get my rep for this show. And yeah, it's I have a rep for the show for the Saudi Pro League. I'm going to let her say these scores.
Hey everybody, it's me, Haley. Oh, Ghost from the show. Yes, I'm a pro. Duh. But yes, everybody, this is Saudi Pro League and I'm the Saudi Pro League rep. First place right now, Saudi Pro League is indeed Al Ittihad. Second place is Al Hilal. Third place is Al Asser. Fourth place is Al Qadesh. And fifth place is Ali Al Saudi. Yes, all of them. Down the table, 16 places Al Akhdud, 17 places Al Qaeda, 18 places Al Khaid. All right, nice stuff from them. Oh, whoa. Well, the top goal scorer for the Saudi Pro League at the moment is indeed Cristiano Ronaldo with 19 goals for Al Nassr. I like that. Second is indeed Azrak Hamdallah. 17 goals for Al Shavin. Oh, yeah. That was me because I'm beautiful. The tied with him is Marco Laredo. Ooh, I like that name. 17 goals for Al Hilal. And he has tied. Wow, it's crazy, but good for them. I'm so happy. Oh my God.
Gosh. Crazy, guys. That's thank you, everybody. Thank you, Haley, for that. That was amazing. I hope everybody enjoyed that segment because I did not. All right. That was indeed MLS and Saudi Pro League. Let's now go to the Champions League, and I can go ahead and press the music again. But yes, Champions League. It did happen. And yeah, I'm just going to go over some of the highlights that happened because we did this last weekend as well too. But yes, this happened, these games happened, and yes, the games that are coming to us, they're coming fast, is Arsenal and Real Madrid. And then it's going to be PSG and Aston Villa. Then it's going to be Barcelona and Dortmund, BVB, and Bayern Munich and Inter Milano. Ooh, all right. Well, I'm going to just go ahead and give a quick summary and ask people, who is going to be in the semifinal for you lads? I will go ahead and ask typical German guy first. What do you think, mate? I know it's so hard.
I hope. I mean, Byron had some decent success against Inter the last time around, so hopefully that continues. But as we all know, the difference between a team in the group stages versus a team in the knockout round is extremely different, right? I can definitely see PSG, based on what I saw when they played Liverpool, just run all over Aston Villa. I don't think that would surprise me at all. I could definitely see Madrid absolutely toasting Arsenal, particularly at the Bernabeu. And the Barcelona-Dortmund match, it just depends on which Dortmund shows up. Because, I mean, obviously Dortmund last year was able to make it to the final against Madrid. So, maybe they get lucky. Barcelona has an off day and they get a good advantage in that first leg, but we'll have to see. But
Yeah,
I think we can agree that the right side of the bracket is a lot less predictable than the left side, at least based on what I've been seeing in the Champions League this year. Because I feel like Madrid's just had to play much tougher competition to get to where they're at now compared to Arsenal. So it means they're more prepared. And again, PSG, the way they played against Liverpool, I don't see how they're not going to absolutely crush Villa, but we'll have to see what happens.
fair enough. Okay, Mr. Paulinho, who are your semifinalists for these Champions League games?
I'll put my mouth where my money is.
Can I put my mouth where your money is?
What do you think? Who do you think I bet on then?
I don't think you should bet. I think
I put the last of my funds in all this.
Atletico Madrid.
Oh no, on the quarterfinals.
Oh, you did. Lovely.
Yeah, I put all $4 I have left.
I'm gonna guess it's on Madrid.
No. I did a parlay of all the games.
Oh.
How about you? You tell us who you have first.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'm gonna say first. Oh, this actually. Ooh. I'm gonna go ahead and say Barcelona. I'm gonna say Inter. Sorry, typical German guy. I don't mean to bust your little butt. Actually, it's a big butt. I would know.
Well,
Sorry. Yeah. Then I'm gonna say. Okay, I was gonna be different, but it's gonna be PSG, and then it's gonna be. Ooh, yeah, Real Madrid. God, it's so boring. You know what? I'm gonna throw one out there. I think that Aston Villa is gonna be PSG. Why not? John
Wow.
McGinn. John McGinn.
I think that the two most likely upsets are going to be in the Arsenal Real Madrid game or Inter Bayern. I think those are the only two that can be an upset.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't think Inter beating Bayern would be an upset, especially with their current form and as well with Inter's
Well,
current form.
I mean, that's the only game that can have an upset. I would say they're both pretty even, if anything. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. But that one I can see going either way. Arsenal, Real Madrid. I mean, I still see Real Madrid as favorites. The other two, I straight up can't see Barcelona or PSG losing.
Yep.
So yeah, those two I have, and then I'm gonna put Real Madrid over Arsenal. And who plays home in the second leg in Bayern's fixture? Do you know? Typical German guy.
I am not sure. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Sometimes I just wait until the match day and then I put on the match, and that's when I
You
look
know
up all
what?
the statistics and facts and everything. So
The finals in Munich. We'll take Munich. We'll take Bayern.
Oh, okay.
Surely some extra motivation. They'll throw the league and then go for the Champions League. Who knows?
Fair. Okay. Lovely stuff. Love the Champions League. All right. Well, that was indeed the Champions League. Let's now move on to the next one, which is the Europa League. It did happen. It did happen. And now the results is indeed AD Alkmaar versus Tottenham versus... No, that's a lie. I lied to you. I know. It is Tottenham versus Eintracht Frankfurt versus Bodo Glimt versus Lazio versus Rangers and Athletic Bilbao and Lyon and Manchester United. Well, shocking. I wonder what I'm going to say. I'm going to say Eintracht Frankfurt versus Bodo Glimt to beat Lazio. And then I'm going to say Rangers to beat... Actually, I don't know. That's actually difficult. I'm going to say Lyon to beat Manchester United. Yeah. And then I'm going to say Athletic Bilbao to beat Rangers. I just want to be honest with myself. All right. I will ask typical German guy first, mate. What do you think? Who is your bracket? Semifinals.
I genuinely hope Frankfurt beats Tottenham, but I feel like knowing how that club is, Frankfurt should hopefully get through, although it's going to be difficult without a player like Marmoush playing in the lineup. So definitely Lazio, in my opinion, based on just who they're playing. Honestly, with United versus Lyon, I think it could kind of go either way because there's two versions of Man United. There's the Man United that shows up with Fernandes kind of leading everything, and for whatever reason, everything seems to sort of fit well together and they play well and they get results. But then there's United that falls apart and has their Lord and Savior, Harry Maguire, scoring own goals. So it just depends, again, which United shows up on that day.
True. Very true.
QPR versus Athletic Bilbao.
Rangers, not QPR, mate. QPR's in like the third division.
Oh, sorry. Rangers, QPR, tomatoes. No. Anyway, I don't know. I mean, to tell you the truth, I could see Bilbao beating Rangers, in my opinion. Especially with a player like Inaki Williams in their lineup. I mean, he basically single-handedly got them past Roma. So that's kind of how I see things shaping up. Should be interesting to see. I mean, the right side of the brackets and the left side of the brackets, other than the one Lazio match, I mean, they're all pretty evenly matched. So we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, true. Okay, lovely stuff. Paulinho, what about you, mate? Who is your semi-finalist for this Europa League? It's crazy. I'm yelling.
This is tough. I mean, I'll take Tottenham over Frankfurt just because I don't think the signings have gelled quick enough for Frankfurt to replace Marmoush.
Mhm.
And I think Tottenham will drop anything to get close to any sort of trophy. So that's what I see happening. And then for the Lazio match, that should be Lazio. Although the Champions League race is kind of wide open right now in Serie with Juventus on such a bad streak right now. Like even Bologna just took over fourth place. So I think Champions League race is pretty much wide open. So I think it's possible they go for that, although they might just settle for Europa League. But they're so close to a trophy right now. Surely they're going to go for it. So I'll take them. And then Athletic Bilbao, I think, is clearly the strongest team left in the competition. I'll definitely take them. And they're going to have Donny Vivian back for this tie, their best defender. So I have full faith in them there. And then the United Lyon game a few months ago, maybe I would have gone Lyon. They were really, really hot when they were shooting back up the table, but they've kind of just settled down into like a low tier Champions League / like Europa League side in Ligue 1. So I'll take United. Also, United has the second leg at home, so I'll take them in that case.
Okay, fair enough. All right, lovely. That was indeed the Europa League. Going now to the next league, which is indeed the Europa Conference League. Yes, that did happen, and now it is indeed the quarterfinals. Who is between? Oh my god, I'm gonna mess this up so bad. Real Betis versus it is indeed this nice team called
Jagiellonia.
Do you know where they're from? Actually, can we? Does anybody know? No idea. I'm still not probably gonna know by the end of this tournament. That's fine. Yes, yeah. Real Betis versus Jagiellonia, and then the next match is indeed between the nice little team that I do know. It is indeed. Celje. Yeah, I knew that. I was just thinking. I was speaking that language. Versus Fiorentina, yes. Celje versus Fiorentina.
Jagiellonia is in the Polish division.
Oh, yes, you're right. Yeah, they're the ones that have like the amazing banners that are really cool. Is Celje? Where's Celje from? I don't want to assume anything actually. So, you know what? Good for them. I'm gonna guess they're maybe like Slovakian. Probably wrong. I don't know. All right, it's fine. Chelsea, they are indeed playing a team called. They're playing. Yeah, obviously, I know who they're playing.
Liga Warsaw, right?
Liga Warsaw, and I believe they are Polish.
They are
right?
Polish.
Yes.
Yeah, which is pretty crazy. And then Celje, you're right, they're in Slovenia.
Oh hell yeah, like that. It's wow, 2 Polish teams. Shout out to them. Good for them. I think Ligia Warsaw was the team that had like the cool banners, but yeah, nice.
Yeah, Eastern Europe's representing here.
Shout out. All right, and then the last match was indeed between the nice team called Djurgården versus Rapid Wien. I know Rapid Wien. I believe they are in Austria, but the Djurgården, I believe are they Slovakia? I think they're Slovakia. I want to say they're Slovakia. They might be Slovakia. Polina, can you confirm? I believe Djurgården is in Slovakia. They might not be then. Moldova? Are they Moldova? No way. I don't know. I think they're. I'm just looking at this lovely little thing. I don't know. Someone will quote me on this. I have no idea. Paulino, please help me. You are my research man. Please.
They're Swedish.
Oh shit, that makes sense though. Djurgården. Hey, shout out to them. Love that. All right. Well, Europa Conference League. I'm gonna ask people, who is your semifinalist? Paulinho, I'll let you go first, mate. Who do you think is gonna be in the semifinal? You want an upset? Because you can go ahead and just upset me. I always like an upset. I don't know which one, but it can always be a certain one. So yes, I don't know. I'm gonna. You know what? Actually, typical German guy. You go first. You can say it. I'll let you say, mate. Who's your?
If we're looking at the current brackets, I mean, it's either. I feel like unless something crazy happens, I could see a Real Betis versus Chelsea final.
Oh my gosh, Antony to win a hat trick. I would love to see it.
However, that being said, I mean, there's still a Fiorentina in the mix there, but I feel like in terms of current form, I mean, Betis is just firing in all cylinders right now, so we'll have to see what happens.
I hate to say, but it's true. True. Okay, fair. Paulinho, do you want to say anything about the Europa Conference League? Who do you think should be a semi-final? That was French for semi-final.
Antony Trouble.
Okay. So you're okay. I like. You know what?
He's gonna push Betis to win the treble.
I like that.
Yes.
I like that a lot, actually.
Even though they can't anymore. But I would say, Betis to win, Fiorentina to win, Chelsea to win, and then give me what's the other one on the bottom right again? Is that Rapid Vienna?
Yep, Rapid Vienna.
Give me them to win as well.
Okay, I like that. All right, well, that was indeed the Europa Conference League, and I'm gonna say in the final, I'm gonna say Rapid Vienna and Real Betis. I agree as well. All right, that was indeed Europa Conference League. Let's now move on to the next segment of the show, which is indeed the nice little football memes of the week, brought to you by Rival Bantas. And yes, shout out to him. All right, well, this is Antony, our mascot for the season. Let's see the first meme of the week. So yes, indeed, the Sidemen charity match did happen, and Sidemen FC played the YouTube All-Stars FC with all sorts of social media personalities. And the rankings were released. Speed, the American YouTuber or streamer or whatever, got 2 assists and a goal and a 9.2 rating on FootMob. Wow, amazing. He's so Portuguese. And then Salah at Wembley versus Newcastle got a 6.4, absolutely lousy. That means Speed scored at Wembley in 2025 and Salah did not. Gosh. Just Liverpool, you know who to sign now. Sign Speed, please. All right, next meme. Next meme is, oh my god, this is bad. So yes, Madrid did post a picture of Endrick, and they said Endrick using Cristiano's recovery equipment with Endrick in a nice little foot massager. And someone commented on the Twitter page saying, what is he recovering from? 10 reps of handing out water bottles. This was too funny that I forgot to laugh, and I did laugh actually a lot. So yes, it's a hard rep sometimes. You never know. You never know. All right, on to the last meme of the week, indeed, by Antony. And yes, it's indeed about the Champions League 2024-25 top scorers. And currently the top scorer right now for the Champions League is indeed Rafinha with 11 goals. Harry Kane with 10 goals. Second with Harry Kane is Sergio Guirassy with 10 goals. Fourth is Robert Lewandowski with 9 goals. And Erling Haaland with 8 goals. But there's something different about all these people. Rafinha has 0 penalty goals, while Harry Kane has 4, Guirassy has 4, Lewandowski has 3, and Erling Haaland has 2. That just explains right now why Rafinha is currently the best Brazilian player in the world. And I don't know if any of you guys want to disagree, but it's kind of true. I know the team of Barcelona is pretty well gelled together, but Rafinha is doing great things. Ever since coming from Leeds United to them, I can say fair choice. Fair choice. Well, everybody, that was indeed the football memes of the. Oh, you want to say something, Paulinho? That's fine. That's fine. If you want to say something, I will happily hear you out.
I was gonna say I think his season's a little bit overrated. I mean,
Really?
when you watch Barcelona, yeah, I mean, I think he misses a lot of chances.
Okay.
And when you watch Barcelona, at least the games I've watched Barcelona this year, I've seen Pedri and thought he was better. Yamal's been better. I think Lewandowski's season is also been better. So I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
And
No,
you
fair
could
enough.
say, I mean, almost injury prone, but I'll still say Rafinha overall, I guess. But,
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Okay. Well, everybody, that was indeed the football memes of the week. Let's now go on to the next segment of the lovely show, which is indeed, I'm going to go ahead and press this button that everybody loves. Everybody, welcome to the Golden Goal Show football quiz here at the Golden Goal Show. Crazy. Let's now get into the rules of the show.
Hi, everyone and everybody to the Golden Goal Show football quiz. Aye, Suey. The guests will answer a series of football-related questions to test their Alpha, Beta, Sigma knowledge in football.
Yay! That's a great thing. I love that.
So whoever has the most correct questions answered by the end of the quiz wins an all-inclusive tropical cruise with Big Benzema. Oh no. JKLOL Stinky, you get a crisp high five. Good luck, lads.
You know how long I've been waiting for this? I'm about to make a name for myself here.
Okay, that was weird. Well, everybody, this is a quiz indeed about the best league in the world, the Europa Conference League. And I know everybody's going to get this correct. So yes, question number 1 about the Europa Conference League. Who scored the first goal of the league phase? Was it Renato Vega, Samu, Luis Schab, or Kevin Denke? Who scored the first goal in the Conference League this year? Vega, Samu, Luis, Schwab, or Denke? You have 10 seconds. Vega.
I'm gonna go with Sambu.
Samu, Schwab, Denke.
give me Denki.
Give me Denke. Paulino. You don't know. Okay. Well, the correct answer is indeed. Paulino, you said Denki, little man. Not Denki. But it is indeed typical German. You said Renato Vega, correct?
No, I said Sambu.
Oh. But just kidding you. It is Samu. He gave Victoria SC the lead in the 7th minute of the match day 1 encounter with Celje. How do you feel right now? How is your dissection going with your appendicitis?
What?
Yes, exactly. All right, next question. Reykjavik became the first Icelandic team to win a league or group phase game in men's European competition on matchday 2. But who did they defeat? Who did Reykjavik defeat? Was it Copenhagen, Ammonia, Noah, or Solje Brugge? Who did Reykjavik defeat? Copenhagen, Ammonia, Noah, Cerke, Brugge. You have 10 seconds.
Brugge.
Brugge. Okay.
Brugge.
Derko Bruja.
Okay. Aren't you guys cute? Well, the correct answer is indeed 3 scores helped Reykjavik to have a historic 3-1 victory over. Oh.
Cheers, Jeff.
No, that is not the correct. It is correct. You guys got to say it is Deutsche Bruch. Hey. Can you someone say it again? I like when they say it. Come on. Say the name.
Who's they? Who's
Circuit Bruche.
Who's them?
Oh my Josh. Okay, lovely stuff.
High five.
Well, you got it correct. It is 2-1 right now.
I
On to the next.
too.
All right. True or false? Chelsea's 8-0 win over Noah on matchday 3 was the largest ever victory in the Conference League proper. True or false? Was it the biggest win in the Europa Conference League? I don't know. Asking you. True or false?
True.
What did you say the score was?
8-0, mate. 8-0.
Then I'll say yes. Yes,
Okay.
lad.
Yes, lad. Indeed. Yes, lad. You know what Michael Jackson gonna say? I don't like that noise. I'm so sorry, everybody. Okay, sorry, moving on. Well, yes, I can go ahead and say yes. Correct answer for both of you. It was indeed true. 6 different scores as well helped Chelsea record the breaking win. So yeah, good for them. It is currently 3-2. On to the next question. Who was a top scorer in, oh my gosh, I don't know this word, the top scorer in the league phase? Was it Johnny Kenny, Christopher Nkunku, Miko Pululu? I like that name. Or Mark Gahey? You have 10 seconds. The top scorer in the league phase, was it Kenny, Nkunku, Pululu, or Gahey? 10 seconds.
I'll take Nkunku.
Nkunku.
Okay. Well, I actually know the answer to this, sadly, because the man's injured right now. The correct answer is indeed, and if you have a name like Pululu, you deserve to have a win. Not Pululu, I'm sorry. It is not, but it is indeed Christopher, not Nkunku. It is Mark Gahey, the Spanish man, that netted 3 of the 6 goals that made him the top scorer on matchday 6. Chelsea teammate Nkunku is one of 5 players who fell shortly by 1 goal. Yes, is indeed Mark Gahey. All right, lovely stuff. On to the next question. Chelsea, who took 6 wins from 6, were one of the 2 sides to finish the league phase unbeaten. Can you name another team that went unbeaten? Was it Fiorentina, Shamrock Rovers, Vitoria SC, or Heidenheim? Team that went unbeaten. Fiorentina, Rovers, Vitoria, or Heidenheim? 10 seconds.
Fiorentina.
Oh my god, it was so cute. Sorry, that was weird. All right. Well, you both are indeed wrong. Oh, sorry. That was so anti-dramatic. Sorry, let me try again. I did that so bad. It's Vitoria. Remained undefeated after a 1-1 draw against Fiorentina on match day 6. You guys are stinky. How'd you not know that? Oh my gosh. All right. Currently 3-2 still. Next question and the final question. Huh? What'd you say? You trying to hurt my feelings? You trying to hurt my feelings?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. I deserve
Get
it.
you some deodorant and some breath mint.
Oh, got him. All right, true or false? The knockout phase playoff tie between Omonia and Paphos was the first all-Cyprus matchup in the UEFA competition. True or false? You have 10 seconds. Was it the first Cyprus? The knockout phase playoff between Omonia and Paphos was the first all-Cyprus matchup in the UEFA competition. True or false? 10 seconds.
True.
False.
Oh my god, it's crazy. Sorry, this is me just tired. Who said true and who said false?
I said true.
Well, typical German guy, wouldn't you like to have
I
a
said
kick?
false.
I don't. Thank you, mate. The correct answer of the show is no, not Joe Harder. Sorry. Well, the correct answer of the show and of my heart is indeed Paphos, which means bumbleclot. Well, German guy, you have won the match. That is indeed true on this nice little question.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Paphos won 3-2 aggregate against Nicolasa based on Omonia. Jonathan Silva scoring the winner.
I feel ecstatic. This is a great day to have a victory.
It is such a great victory. Very great. Lovely stuff. Okay, well, this is for you too. You deserve this.
Segan is just a spectator, looks down at him and says, "That's not human." And it is not. It is superhuman.
Yes, that is for you. Well, everybody, that was indeed the Golden Goal Show football quiz, and that was indeed the end of the show. Oh, I'm so sad. I'm crying in my car. Poor Ronaldo. But I need to stop referencing that. But yes, everybody, thank you for watching the show. Mr. Typical German Guy, thank you for being on. Congratulations on the win. And I can't wait to see you and give you a handshake. That's appropriate this weekend.
Ja, bis bald, meine Freund.
Sehr gut. Yeah. Paulinho, thank you, mate, for joining us as well, too. I'm sorry about your loss. It's sad.
Thanks for having me, mate.
Anytime, mate. That's nice, mate. Everybody, thank you so much for watching on YouTube, Spotify, and every other platform because we love platforms, except the one that's orange. That's not for me. Disgusting, expecting. For everybody, make sure you like, subscribe, and share it. As well as share it, how else are you going to know that Bayern Leverkusen are the comeback kings of the kings? So yes, everybody, I don't know what I'm saying. But as we say on the show, in 3, repeat after me, 2, 1, Paulinho. 1.
Eine Liebe für Fußball.
Football.
Football.
Football. Thank you for
Fußball.
watching. Fußball, yeah. And bye-bye.
Auf Wiedersehen.